Academy Award for Best Valley goes to the Coachella Valley for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Whew. All right, where should I start? Just in the past week, Fashion Week El Paseo has opened. Desert Open Studios is rolling along, weekend one. Let's see, what else do we have? The Very Vintage Fashion Show at the Imago Galleries, a one-day action-packed event of lots of fashion and selling and shopping. Phillip K. Smith began the Artist Talk series at the Palm Springs Art Museum with his Light and Change presentation, which was fabulous. Let's see, we had the Red Dress Party. Who went to that? And Alohana was Alohana in a way, and there must be something else here on this. Steve Jansen at one of our faves, Jansen Art Space, opened Pop, a fantastic exhibit of all things colorful and AI oriented. So let's break it down. Well, as we mentioned, Fashion Week El Paseo has begun. It's actually in full force. So let's take a look at what's been happening on the catwalk. So you'll see some of your favorite designers under the big tent. Everyone from Palm Springs' very own Michael Costello to Narcissus out of Britain to Saks, the very best of Saks Fifth Avenue, Rockin' El Paseo, and this rock and roll designer, Hendrix Row. There's a lot to view every night. There is still time for tickets, and you can get tickets at fashionweekelpaseo.com. And remember, all of the shows support local charities. Fashion Week El Paseo is all about giving back. Well, Desert Open Studios just completed its first weekend, and we've got one more weekend, so you can still pop into over 150 art studios and meet greet and buy art. If you would like a quick overview, what I really recommend is taking a little trip down to Indio to the Coachella Valley Arts Center, where you get an amazing curation and overview of some of the artists, and you get to walk and go behind the scenes into some of the art studios and meet the artists. And that will be on Saturday and Sunday during the time of all the other open studios around the valley. Worth a trip. Let's have a look. Wow, it's amazing how many artists there are in the Coachella Valley. And talking about art, the Palm Springs Art Museum just started its Artist Talk series featuring Coachella Valley's own and internationally acclaimed artist Phillip K. Smith with Light and Change, which was a fantastic artist talk that we attended this past weekend. And he talked about projects that he has done, that he is doing, and what's in the future. And remember, Light and Change is ongoing through May 7th at the Palm Springs Art Museum. Check their website, visit our incredible museum. Well, Saturday night was a red dress party. Red Dress, Dress Red is an annual event in support of the center, the LGBTQ Community Center of the Desert. Wow, what a night it was. And Sunday was the Very Vintage Fashion Show and Sale over at the Imago Galleries, which is a beautiful gallery in Palm Desert. And the Very Vintage Show was honoring none other than Trina Turk. And she spoke, and there was a Q&A plus a vintage fashion show, which was pretty incredible because there were some very high-end vintage fashion dealers that were there from both Hollywood and New York. Let's have a look. And we finished the weekend off with a little aloha time at Alohana, which is also a much loved event right here in Palm Springs at the Palm Springs Cultural Center. And remember, when you're out and about, whether it's Fashion Week or Desert Open Studios or just out enjoying the desert, remember Desert X is still ongoing, and make sure you catch all of the installations for Desert X all around our beautiful Coachella Valley. And Conrad will be back next week. See you then.